I'm excited to do this game tonight. I get the feeling Oklahoma City is going to whack them tonight. But it's refreshing doing two NBA games where doing an NBA Finals game where you don't have the bandwagon team. So should be a good one tonight. I see Oklahoma City responding big tonight. If if they don't, then wow, going back to Indiana Tuesday night. I don't know. Down 2-0. You know who Oklahoma City reminds me of? And I know people gonna go, no way. Remind me of a lot of the Orlando Magic 30 years ago. They had Shaq, Penny, Dennis Scott, Nick Anderson. They just remind me of those guys so much, man. It's scary how they do. I, I'm telling you, if Oklahoma City loses tonight, folks, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. I mean, it would be very bizarre, and it would be similar again to Shaq and Penny 30 years ago. This was the year 30 years ago when the juggernaut Orlando Magic got swept by the Rockets. Now, Indiana's not the Rockets, but Indiana's damn good. And I've been saying that for the longest. And people are like looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, yo, don't you see what I see? Well, don't you see? I mean, you have an Orlando Magic team. Daniel Barry, what's up, family? Happy Sunday to you. Always good to see Daniel Barry in the building. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. There you go. Um, I don't know. Good to see Daniel. Let me say happy Sunday to him in the chat. I don't know what to tell you. I expect, seriously, I do expect Oklahoma City to run them out of the building tonight. I took O.K.C minus 11 and the over 228. I did that today. Also took Halliburton over 16 and a half. I took Pascal Siakam plus 16, minus 16 and a half. He'll score more than 16 and a half. And I took Gilgeous Alexander to hit more than a 3.5. That means he'll hit two threes or more. But more importantly, I got him scoring under 35 points. The reason why I say that, because I think his teammates will show up tonight. And where is Chet Holmgren? Where is he? I mean, it's a big game tonight for the franchise in Oklahoma City. Indiana, they know they're going home now. And I think Indiana is going to try their best to give O.K.C a knockout punch, but it's not going to work. So hopefully it's a competitive game tonight. I get the feeling it's not. That's just me. We talk about some other things. I haven't been up here in a minute. Oh boy, I tell you, game two of the Stanley Cup Finals. And let me say something, which is true. The NHL media should be ashamed of themselves. They are very, very biased against Florida. Oh my God, I saw a documentary today about how everybody was against the Canucks. I get the feeling in Canada, this is my opinion, that if it's not the popular teams that are winning, which is the Leafs, the Canadians, the Oilers, they won't accept anybody else. Calgary, maybe because they have one, but the way Ron McLean treated them, and then Ron McLean saw some of the young budding talent that they have, and he started to change his tune a little bit. But boy, that series is something, isn't it? That move, uh, Barkov by the great Connor McDavid to set up Draisaitl for the tying goal, and then Marchand back to back breakaways beats through Skinner, and now we got 1-1 going to Miami tomorrow night to Sunrise. Hockey is the best playoffs. What you need in hockey is competitiveness. Now you got the casual clowns, and I'm surprised that the NHL got casuals complaining. Where's Boston? You know what's funny? Boston Bruins has to be the number one team in America because they did. The hockey guy did the ratings. So shout out to the hockey guy. Did the ratings yesterday. You know, whenever the Boston Bruins play in the final, it's the most watched finals in North America for an American team. Not even the Rangers, the Kings back in the 2010s, they all failed. Now the Blackhawks, who shout out to them, got 5 million followers on X. People tuned in for them because you had Patrick Ken and Jonathan Tays and my man Patrick Sharp and my other boy Brent Seabrook, Duncan Teef, who's up for the Hall of Fame this year. Congrats to him. You know what I'm saying? What a game by the Panthers. And I'll tell you something else about that series so far. Edmonton is trying to intimidate the Panthers. It's not working. Good for the Panthers, but they fought back, got the win. Now they're home for a whole week. They don't go back to Edmonton till next Saturday night. They got 3 days off between games. Next time they play will be Thursday night. So what are you going to do for a week? The NBA, I believe, is going Tuesday, Thursday also. So you're gonna have NBA and hockey at the same time on Thursday night. The difference is the NBA is gonna go to Sunday, like next Sunday will be Game 5 back at O.K.C. The NHL is going Thursday, Saturday, so it'll get back into balance next weekend. We're doing the NBA here. I'm glad to do it. Caruso was great in Game 1 with me. Then he got tired. Carlisle is a terrific coach. I've been saying that forever. And Pacers are up 1-0. That's what happens in sports. You expect the unexpected. See, when the super teams are there, it's bullshit. The casuals are getting all lathered up for it. No, I'm not going to say what I was about to say, but let's just enjoy tonight. Halliburton, this is why I respect this young man. Reminds me a lot of Isaiah Thomas. You go, what? Yeah. One thing Isaiah did, this is the difference between uh, this young man and Jalen Brunson, is with this guy here, makes his teammates better early, feeds them early in the game for like 2.5 quarters, and then he takes over the game. Isaiah used to do that better than anybody. I don't want to hear about Jordan. Isaiah used to do that better than anybody else. Jalen Brunson, on the other hand, he's the go-to guy. And when the Knicks are struggling, they go to him. And if I was the next coach, I don't know who the next coach is, but you hear the bullshit from the Nick fan base already, the media, talking about getting Durant and Antetokounmpo. That's not gonna work. All you have to do, you dumbass Nick fans, and you ass clowns are stupid as hell. All you have to do is buy a bench. It doesn't cost you much. Get a bench, and maybe you'll be playing here 1 year from now. Instead of acting like goddamn fools, which you always do in front of Madison Square Garden. Now let me say this: the Indiana fans acted up too. I saw it on Instagram, on IG, how they acted up, and I don't know, different strokes for different folk. I tell you right now, my Blazers were in the finals or in the Western Conference Finals. They'll be, unless it's the Lakers, they'll be running their mouths. Oh yeah. So we got these two guys tonight, and these two guys, one is the MVP of the league, the other one's becoming a budding megastar in front of America's eyes. I did pick the Pacers in six in the beginning, and I just, you hear these women, speak of these basketball chicks. Um, you really think Oklahoma State's gonna go to Indianapolis and win two? Yeah, your mind. This is why again, nobody takes women seriously. And yet women are making millions of dollars talking sports because don't let me say what I was about to say. Let me put it this way. Sex appeal matters in life. Don't think it doesn't. It does. And I remember when I used to talk about that in corporate America, because a couple of my buddies I grew up with worked in corporate America. I said, there's a reason why that woman is wearing her skirt tight. It's not for you, it's for behind closed doors. Well, with these female, and the young, there's a couple of young women. One of them is tremendous, but she has the boys hating on her. You know what I'm talking about? The boys. I'm not talking about the brothers. I'm talking about the boys hating on her. And I gotta reach out to her and get her up here for football season. She's a big Falcons fan. I guess he lives in Atlanta, and Darkness is in the building. I'm gonna bring him up in a couple minutes. Not too long, Darkness, so stick around. Um, to say these women to say that Oklahoma City's going to win at five, folks, fasten your seatbelts. This is going to be a long series, and I think Oklahoma City, because they've never won, got punched in the gut. And remember, Indiana's overdue. Iman's in the building. What's up, Jolly Green, Jolly Blue Giant? Well, yeah, I'm doing the game tonight, fellas. I know it's shocking. I'm doing the NBA the rest of the way. I got my rest. Trust me, I got my rest. I think tip off is what 8:15 tonight in the NBA. Time we got now 10 to 8 Eastern time. Okay, I'll keep mumbling and bumbling. Yeah, Iman, you should pull up, bro, if you want to. I know Darkness is gonna pull up. There goes the link. You should pull up, Iman. Talk some basketball tonight, and get ready for our fantasy football league in here. And it's free. Yes, it's free, but I'm still gonna compete. But back to this game tonight. Um, the key to this game tonight is the other players of the Williams boys, for example. Chet Holmgren, where you been? Other than blocking shots, bro. Let's go. Indiana's always ready to go. That's why they go 12, 13 deep, and that's why the Knicks lost to them. The Knicks didn't lose because of game one. The Knicks lost because the Knicks ain't deep. And I want Grinder up here because I want him to talk about Thibodeau. Looks like Halliburton made a deal with the devil for that champion. You know what it is about Halliburton I like? And I think more fans will get to like him as time goes on in this series. He's going to become a household name. He's a regular guy. He doesn't let NBA fame and fortune get to his head, and you got to appreciate that with him. And he's just a kid from Oshkosh. I mean, think about this. This kid's from Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Oshkosh, really? Wisconsin boys? But like I said before, I went grounded here. What I just said a couple of minutes ago. Difference between Halliburton and Jalen Brunson is one takes over the game after he's fed his teammates, so his teammates will play harder. Isaiah Thomas did that better than anybody ever, even better than Magic Johnson. Believe it or not.
Ooh.
This guy here does that. That's why the Pacers gravitate to him. That team has no fear. The Knicks, on the other hand, why they lost that series, they have no bench, and that's obvious. And that's why the coach got fired. And I know the man who's with me right now appears happy that the coach got fired. How you feel about that? You happy now Tibbs is gone?
Yeah, he deserved it. Mace. Am I right?
You've been saying it for
When
5 years,
you play
brother.
this NBA, you got to go 8 to 10 deep. I've been saying that,
Five
Mace.
years. Yes, you have.
No, but people, I ain't talking about you. People laugh at me.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, you know what you talking about, Grind. Like, you gotta adopt NBA. He never adopted to this NBA, so that's why he got fired.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
When you play against Team Indiana, you gotta go 8, 9, 10, 11 deep.
Look what happened in Game Three. You played the bench. They won that game.
They did, and that's another point too. He never really played his bench. When he played the bench, they win. But he wasn't being in he was being a stubborn race. He got fired. And what? I don't care. I'm right.
Yep.
The number one grinder is right. Give me my prop. I'm not saying that you know me, Mace. I'm not all about trying to be, oh, you superficial, no, be oh, you right there. I was saying that for the longest.
Yes, he was. 5 years.
There you go. I've been saying that.
Who? I think Rick is going to coach the team. If you don't know who Rick is, that's Brunson's dad. He's on the coaching staff. I think
No,
he's going
no, no, no. I don't want to. No. I say get Mark Jackson. No. I don't want no. No. Nah. Get it right. Get something that fits the culture. Get a coach that fit this NBA. Period.
I'm hearing they're going to move Cat for maybe if they can get Giannis,
Um,
Cat will go in the deal.
um,
I,
uh,
I, I don't think the Knicks need. I think the Knicks got it. The problem is, again, their bench is weak. They have to buy.
they need a bench.
Yes, without a doubt.
Okay, they don't need to do all that. Get a coach that fit this NBA and get a bench and just run it back. That's all you need to
Yep,
do.
I agree with
Run
that.
it back.
Yep, I totally agree with that.
They don't need Durant. I like Durant. I don't we don't need Durant. We don't need Giannis. Run it back. Get a coach yo, listen. Get a coach that's willing to play the bench and have more people playing.
I agree. I seriously, I do agree. I said that last time I was up there. The Knicks got to buy a bench, and if they get a bench, they will be in the finals next year. Remember, folks, and Jalen Brown, if you didn't see the interview, got caught with his pants down by the Boston media. There's no Tatum next year, which means the East is wide open again. So if you're a team like the Knicks, go get a bench. You do that, you'll be in the finals.
You know what's my wish? I wish they get Mark Jackson. They said, why you get Mark Jackson? He knows the culture. He not a coach. You see what he did go to state. And Mark Jackson, if you know, when he played Golden State, he played his bench. That's what we need. We need more people. We need to get more people on the bench. Stop playing, man. You don't need y'all don't need to do all this chain. No, no. Run it back. Get a bench. Run it back.
I think the NBA is going to the way I wish it would have gone. This is going to be our seventh different champion in 7 years. And I saw an
It is.
interview with Adam Silver. He is loving it. He is loving it, Adam Silver. Commissioner
Oh
in the
yeah,
NBA, that two small markets are playing for the title.
yeah.
I
He always
think, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
he always advocate for small markets anyway.
I think it's refreshing.
Yep.
And another thing that is good about it, that Steph and LeBron can go now. We don't need them anymore. There's a new uh, poster out. It was on IG today, which made me put a smile on my face. And what it was the new stars of the NBA. There was no LeBron. There was no Brunson. There was no who else wasn't on it? Curry wasn't on it. Uh, Jokic wasn't on it, which surprised me.
I'm surprised that yeah, I'm surprised on it.
Yeah. For the Knicks, they had Josh Hart. Well, what's so
Okay.
funny about Josh Hart? I think Josh Hart's a
No, I'm
hell of
just
a
laughing.
player.
No. I ain't talking about. I'm just thinking about. And no, I'm really, I ain't laughing at that. I'm just thinking about how the coach got fired. It was funny.
Oh, Thibodeau?
Yeah, that was funny though. Come on, Mace.
Well, Jimmy Dolan didn't like the way the Knicks went out. I don't blame him.
I can't believe I can't. You know, I'm glad you brought it up because other people are talking about Dolan. Listen, you can talk about James Dolan as me. I can't blame James Dolan about this.
Nope,
I can't.
nope. I
They did
totally
the
agree.
right decision. Base, they made the right. Come on, let's be. You made the right decision. They did.
Now, the big complaint that NBA fans have is ABC the other night did a disgraceful job by treating this game like a regular season game.
Right.
And all you're hearing about this entire weekend, because remember, the game was Thursday night, is Halliburton. And the NBA now realizes that maybe if you tell the casuals to shut up and enjoy some good basketball, you may enjoy these two teams playing. Hell, you got me doing the game tonight.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the last people I want to see is LeBron, Curry. I don't want to see those guys. Like the new joke is everybody's in Cancun right now.
But you know what, Mace? I'm being honest with you. It's time the NBA has some change. Only thing I have for the NBA, I think the rivalry they should bring back the old rivalries. That's what I think. I think they should broadcast more rivalries in the past. You know, the players. That's the only thing. But other than that, you know, everybody will say, "Yo, you disagree with what Mace is saying." No, me and Mace think about almost about the same thing. Certain thing we have a little disagree with certain thing, but I agree with that. It's time to adopt what the NBA is right now. We not. I don't think we will see any more repeat champions.
I think if OKC wins, they can repeat.
Okay.
I think if Indiana wins, they can repeat. But as far as the dynasty goes, for these two teams, no. But Can I see the
You know
winner?
why yeah, but you know what I say that, brother Mace? Understand what I'm saying? Because it seems like when a good team is forming, that's when these players that's when the players they want to go to the team. It's not really that they stayed and built. That's why I made that point. You understand?
Yeah. Right now,
Now, yeah.
let's be honest. Oklahoma City is the best team in the league.
Yeah. Yep.
The problem with that is, like I talked about the Florida Panthers the other day with Manzano,
Mhm.
they don't pick you don't pick them as a free agent, they pick you. And when you go that San Antonio Spur route, you're gonna turn off a lot of players. Remember back in the 2000s, nobody wanted to go to San Antonio because they had that attitude. So that's what the future holds. We'll find out. NBA free agency is 3 weeks from Tuesday, same day as the NHL. Sean's in the building.
Yep.
Iman says that they're copying the NFL. Yeah, Iman's right. Sean's in the building. What's up, baby bro? Good to hear from you. Shout out to DS1 Ross. That he was live on IG. He's happy that Elon Musk is not part of the I forgot what they call themselves anymore. And that will be his show tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern time. I sent him a note saying how he's doing and everything. Because folks, when you have your own platform, you stay in your platform. That's this Ty City gave me that advice. So it was nice to see him and see DS1. And I'll be in his room tomorrow to surprise everybody. That Mace is still alive.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
back to the finals. Um, bro, I'm glad Adam Silver is loving this. Uh, I think it's great. I mean, I do. It's about damn time. This is a seventh different champion we're gonna have. Wow.
But I can tell you one thing: the owners, the one that the larger franchise, they got like
Say that again, Glenda. I heard most of what you said. Wait to grind to get his mic back up, folks. We're in commercial in Indiana. So I mean, excuse me, O.K.C. So you're Borgen. Check your Wi-Fi, grinder.
huh?
There you go. I didn't hear you for a minute.
Oh, so I'm right here. Yeah, but all I'm just saying, I'll say, but he definitely won. And there's other people. It's not. They don't like it. They don't like what Al Silver's doing. They don't like it.
Yeah, I think it's great. I think people get to see there's something different instead of the same old BS. You know, let's see if they have the finals on the court.
Mm-hmm. Um, who do you think? Who do you think gonna win tonight?
Oh, I got OKC big tonight.
Yeah, I think it's personal. I think it's personal because they Indiana came back, and so
Yeah, I just think. Oh, they still didn't put the NBA logo on the court. Wow, people are complaining about that. They didn't put the finals on the court. NBA should be ashamed of themselves. And that's why guys like me kill them all the time. All right,
But
New York lay up good 2-0. 2-0 Oklahoma City, and the fans sit back in their seats. So you were saying, Glenn?
I'm saying I think OKC gonna be big tonight.
Yeah, I like Oklahoma City too. All right, 3-2 Indiana instead of three. Chet Holmgren going strong. There you go. 4-3 in the Oklahoma City. Yeah, I agree, man.
So we gotta understand too. OKC is very good on the road too.
Yes, sure. They won 68 games. Lou
Right.
Dort
So
three. Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
you know
Go
what I'm
ahead, Glenn.
saying, so I'm saying OKC wins tonight. I know Indiana, we going back home. That's not no guarantee. I'm saying.
Iman says Pacers sweep. Indiana up 6-4. Back-to-back threes for the Pacers. Pacers about to sweep. They win tonight. I think they if they win tonight, I think they will sweep them.
Indiana?
Yeah, if they win tonight. I think they'll sweep OKC. Yeah, that building is tough to win in, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. OKC got to win. OKC will win, but but
A lot
yeah,
of
you're
people.
right. Indiana wins tonight. They in the drive seat.
Yep, and they're going home in a raucous field house.
Yeah.
Watch Reggie Miller on All the Smoke. Best 2 hours ever heard. He talks how much he hates Jordan, John Starks, and Kobe Bryant. So go watch that one. And he talks about how racist Indiana is. Big 3-pointer for Williams, 7-5 Oklahoma City, 9.5 to go in the first. Yeah, I tell you who else is playing ball from the man who got the ball right now, Siakam. Halliburton's foot was out of bounds. Oklahoma City ball. But I expect Oklahoma City to win tonight, win big. Grind is winning.
Yeah. Yeah, OKC. OKC win tonight. It's gonna be a series.
Oh yeah, it's gonna. I think they'll go six at least.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Looking at this game early, the one thing you can see is that Indiana is really bothering OKC. And I said, if it was Knicks OKC, I wouldn't like the Knicks at all. If it was Pacers Minnesota, I wouldn't like the Pacers at all. This
Mm.
matchup here gives the Pacers the best chance to win. Right, Siakam, oof, almost made that three. 7-5 OKC early. Yeah, man. So, and we'll go through the teams as we continue the series. We'll go through the teams in the bubble recap of the team and what they got to do to get better. All right, Hill gets the score 9-5 O.K.C. But look at Seattle. Miles Turner, good 9-7 O.K.C. Yeah. So that's that's just the way I see it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Knicks got to get a bench in the worst way. All right, Hill gets 5 in a row, 12-7. Big shot by New Ball, 12-10.
Mm.
So the Pacers keeping right there. Here comes Siakam. He was fouled, folks, and they didn't call it. Gee, I wonder why. Hungry. Travel. So, uh, getting it going here in OKC, folks. Siakam. Halliburton. Way off. Gilgeous got to put a guy in front of him. Stolen by, this is what I'm talking about, folks. Stolen by uh, Halliburton.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a strike down for 1.5 steals tonight. Oh, they didn't give that to me. The bookies didn't give that to me today. All right, new ball through the foul. Manzano's up here.
Hey, Mish.
What's up, Tony?
It's been a while. Do you not do the Stanley Cup?
No, that's Moss.
I thought you would have been doing the live reactions with him.
I'm watching it, but I let Moss do it.
A lot of people. It's weird when they say every time they talk about Shai, SGA, they say he's a young Russell Westbrook. Do you agree with that comparison, Mace?
No, Westbrook did triple doubles. The SGA doesn't do triple doubles.
No, in terms of the play style, I'm not talking about the stats. The place how he plays.
Westbrook? Nah,
That out of control style that Westbrook does.
nah. I don't look at him as a young Westbrook. I don't know who to compare him to. What about you, Grinder? You compare SGA to anybody?
I got to think about it. I got to really see it. I can't compare. You know what I mean?
I'm for me, my comparison. I see a little bit of Gary Payton in him, like just with more consistent offense.
Yeah, you could say that. I don't. I just look at Hurricanes as his own guy. Look who
Huh?
came up tonight, boy. Look, the corporation's back together again. What's up, beer
Man.
money?
What's up?
Uh,
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
what's
I'm
going
good.
on, man?
Shoot,
Take
not
it.
too much. Sitting back chilling. Million Dollar Man Corporation's back in the building. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
and
yeah,
every man got a price for the $1 million man.
yeah.
Hey,
My bag is going empty. You got to fill it up again, man.
hey,
So
Manzano, yeah, go ahead,
Yeah,
Phil. Talk to him. Go ahead.
um, I
Man,
got another bag for you. And it's in a Cadillac with the 24s.
there you go.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
Hey, Tony, I said this to start the show tonight. If I'm listening to all the media, oh my God, up there against Florida, bro. You notice that?
yeah. No, it's crazy. I was watching the review, the press scrum after the game. Actually, no, I was watching. It was either ESPN or somewhere. Oh, it was TNT. They did you hear what Gretzky said? He said he said that Bennett was intentionally trying to hurt Stuart Skinner. But when you actually look at the play, the defenseman
Ekholm pushed
tripped
him
him.
into him.
Yeah, Edmonton's own player pushed it. So I can understand why Edmonton fans feel that way, but if you actually look at the play, there was enough contact from Edmonton's own defenseman to cause that contact.
Yeah, Ekholm. Ekholm bumped into him and knocked him down.
But the media in general, they like you've always said, they can't stand that Florida's been to 3 straight Stanley Cups and won one already.
Yeah, Boston.
And it's been 30 years since the last Stanley Cup for Canada, right?
33,
Oh
33
man,
years. The last
Dang.
team to do it is Mr. Miami's Montreal Canadiens.
With Carey Price.
No, that was Patrick Roy back in '93.
Wait, hey Grinder, are you when it comes to hockey, are you an Islanders fan?
you can say that.
Montreal all day.
Hey, they Stanley, they the Yankees of hockey.
Yeah, Mace was always saying that the Panthers, in terms of how they play, are the that dynasty of the Islanders in the '90s, in the '80s. Is it '80s or '90s, Mace?
80s.
Hey, but see, I would like to talk about the Islanders, but I'm gonna talk another time, brother Mace. Mace, I would like for you to come to my channel one day in the near future. Let's talk about the Islanders because their story, their story is how you built a team.
Yeah.
Less than 10 years later, man, I mean, I'm sorry. Within 7 years, they become a dynasty.
I think Panthers. I think Florida's gonna be the team that does that probably.
If Edmonton, they win, if they don't win, they're going to be an afterthought because of who they lost to.
What do you guys ever remember a Stanley Cup? If it goes 7 and every game is overtime, what would this be the first years to do that, where every game is like almost like quadruple overtime? Miss?
We talk about this for the Stanley Cup Finals?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that'll be a first. But the last team to do that was again Mr. Miami's Montreal Canadiens when they won 10 overtime playoff games in 1993.
Mm-hmm.
1993.
And Edmonton and Montreal had a great. Were they a road warrior team like the Panthers, where they basically had a better home road record than their home?
Well, back in those days, the Canadians had the mystique of the Montreal Forum. So if Montreal beats you in your building, you're not beating them in theirs.
Yeah, but what impressed me of the Montreal Canadiens, in every decade they won in a different way.
Yep, facts.
And that's impressed me a lot because if you think about it, if you go back, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back like in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, they won every way.
Yep.
And so you got shout out to them, you know. And that old building is like you said, Mystique. You go there, you walk in, you skated, you lost.
Did the old Joe Louis have that mystique too, Miss?
Nope. There's only one building on this planet has that mystique.
Even Edmonton didn't have that like unbeatable aura.
Let me tell you something. Let me set the record straight. Toronto, Edmonton, and Calgary are the other three teams that won Stanley Cups in that country. Still 6 behind Montreal.
There's 6 championships behind Montreal.
Yes.
Wow.
Montreal, I'll say it again. Montreal is the greatest franchise in this planet.
Don't Yankees fans would disagree with you.
Yankee fans can kiss my ass. I live right here. That's
Yeah,
why.
and let's go one thing better, Mace. Look at the NHL All Stars. NHL Hall of Fame. Enough said.
Yep.
You
16
might
14.
Montreal might as well have their own Hall of Fame.
16-14, folks, and Indiana is playing great defense tonight again. I was going
Mace,
to
I
say,
was watching ESPN recently, and they were
oh,
talking
that
about
channel.
Sam Bennett, and Dangles was saying that the way he plays reminds him, like, not his size, but the style of play reminds him of Keith Primo. Do you agree with that? That very, like, ugh, grind. It grinds on your gears. How he gets away with half the stuff he does.
I don't know. I got to take another look because the Bennett I remember is not the Bennett you see him now.
No, this Bennett. He's talking about the Bennett you see with Florida.
He's all right. I mean, he 12 goals on the road, a record. He's a good player. I'm glad he's successful. I'm glad the owner didn't want him there. That's why they got rid of him.
How incompetent does your franchise have to be in Calgary to like, not recently, but not right now, because it seems like they're drafting well and stuff like that.
The
But
future, the future is very bright for them. Like I've said before, Montreal and Calgary are in great shape with the money going up because they both drafted.
Vancouver's gonna be the afterthought in that country.
Winnipeg's gonna be the afterthought.
Huh?
Okay. Winnipeg's gonna be the afterthought. And the thing with the Flames and the Canadians, what they got in their advantage, they're gonna. Calgary has no stars. So the next group of stars they're going to get is the kids they drafted who will be up not this season coming the following year, and they're going to have them for 7 years before they pay them, and they're going to a brand new building in 2 years. Montreal got the superstars now, and
Uh-huh.
they
Oh
And
yeah, don't they have that young Russian
yeah they will pay
Demidov?
no they will pay Suzuki and Caulfield and the big Serbian guy. What's up? Slavkowski. There you go, Mr. Miami Slavkowski.
Oh, Slavka. No, with Suzuki. Wait, with Caulfield, he might leave because he doesn't want to deal with the media.
They love him there.
No, but
Manzano, I got news for you, bro. It is a renaissance in Montreal right now.
no,
I see what they see. The new dynasty is coming. Just a matter of time.
no. But what I'm saying is, I don't think he wants the media on. He wants to have his own private, like, time. He doesn't want.
Manzano, they already gave him a 5-year extension. They'll pay him again in 2028, another extension. They'll have plenty of money.
So
and
is the media in Toronto? Is the media in Montreal as bad as Toronto, where it's on
No,
top of you every day?
Montreal is the worst. The only difference is this time, for the first time ever, they did it right. The fans stayed patient, and now they're being rewarded.
If Edmonton loses again, Mace, in the Stanley Cup, you think
He ain't
both?
signing an extension. He is
that
not signing.
dynasty is over.
He is not signing an extension if they lose the Stanley Cup this year.
I was watching
And,
a Panthers channel, and they had a guy from the Rangers. They're saying he thinks that Connor might go to play for the Rangers.
I don't see that happening. I can see Connor in Philly. I can see him in Boston. I can see him in Vegas.
I was gonna say Pittsburgh.
No, they can't afford him, bro.
Once he retires, I'm saying.
They cannot afford a $20 million ball player, Tony. Pittsburgh is a small market.
and all them teams and hockey hockey is not going not will not catch Montreal in championship.
You ain't lying about that, 305.
See, when they catch us, be 2050.
Not
Yeah.
the 2050. It'll be the year 2200.
It be 20 be year the year 3000.
Yeah.
But the
We
way
might we
what you
might be
see with
dead.
Montreal, Miss,
Yeah.
with
Go
you
ahead.
see with Montreal, do they play? Are they more of a entertaining brand of hockey like Edmonton, or are they gonna be playing the physical style that you see Florida?
Montreal's going to be electrifying, and that's what people up there want to see. Just like
And I
if
And,
the
can't wait.
Islanders do it right, which I think they will. They're going to
What?
trade him and take Clark Hagens because he's a hometown kid. The Clark Hagens, he wants to be home. The Islanders got the best player from the Avalanche. Now what the Islanders got to do next is they got to get the stench of Lou Lamoriello out of there, bro. Got to do it.
yeah, didn't they just hire Jarmo Kekalainen?
No, that was Buffalo.
Do you like that hire, Miss?
I do, but he's going to begin to start making some trades, and I'm raising my hand for my team. Real five.
Right here.
Who's the only team ever to win in your building to win the Stanley Cup? Only one team ever.
I think the Capitals.
No, it wasn't the Capitals.
I'm gonna say the Islanders,
No, I'm laughing. So if I'm laughing, you should know who it is.
the Rangers.
The other team in Canada.
Exactly.
Toronto.
No, your biggest rival in the West.
Calgary.
There you go. Your biggest rival in the West. That's Montreal's biggest rival. That's our biggest rival in the East. Is Montreal.
Calgary was the last
I
one to
think
beat Toronto,
they get your
beat
back
them in
here.
their house. Wow.
I wouldn't guess it. I
Real
wouldn't
five.
guess that one.
Calgary,
They get your back and
I was gonna say Edmonton, but
Calgary, the only team ever to win a championship in the Montreal Forum.
geez, are they
And
rebuilding? Like, is Montreal still playing in the Forum, or are they in a new
nah, they're
stadium?
the Bell Center now, man. They're the
in the
best.
Bell Center.
They got the best arena in sports. They got the best. Montreal got the best of everything right now.
And when teams come up there, they walk out there with the L.
And what you
I'm
find out,
telling you, Montreal, I believe, tell me if I'm right or wrong. I've been watching. The way how Montreal is doing it, it would not surprise me. You're gonna be a dynasty in around the corner.
I agree with that because the one thing that's going to help them again, and Manzano's not going to like this. Nobody got more money than them, and they're going to compete with you and Tampa and Vegas for the best player.
Yep.
But
They will compete
Mace,
with
but didn't
them.
you say because of the fact that it's? I thought you told me that the the rising cap is going to hurt the Canadian teams because of the taxes.
Yeah, but not Montreal. I'm going to say it again. It's going to hurt the Canadian teams, but not Montreal and Calgary because they built within. And Ottawa. Ottawa got all their stars signed for the next 5 years.
Oh,
Those three
did
teams
they
are set.
re-signed Brady?
Yeah, last year. Yeah. All five of those teams, those three teams of the Canadian teams, they're set. The team has some
Toronto's an
trouble with Vancouver.
afterthought.
No, Toronto got money, but the problem with Toronto is a lot of players don't want to play there because of the media and the ridiculousness of film. Now, and I said this every year now for the Maple Leafs, it's going to be Stanley Cup or bust. 58 years is enough. And I'm glad their fans ripped them when they lost to the Panthers in Game 5. I'm glad Maple Leaf fans got off their ass and started yelling and screaming and demanding. I'm
They
glad.
wanted Marner gone. I think they're going to ask them to trade Matthews.
No, they won't do that. They need Matthews, but they need Matthews. They won't trade Matthews.
You know the physicals, Mace. This is an honest question. The physical style that Florida plays, is that more of an American thing?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I've always assumed that was like in general, that's how North American hockey is and stuff like that. Like both Canada and the United States, and European hockey is more of that. pace and space. What you see, like what Edmonton and like Edmonton, Montreal, and Toronto play. They play that European style of hockey, and uh, but in general, the style of hockey in when it comes to how they develop their players, it's more that beat you up style. So you're saying that's more American than
Yeah,
Canadian?
that's more American. That's the Philadelphia Flyer, Boston Bruins style of hockey from the old days. Yes.
the I was gonna say the Detroit Red Wings,
Nah, they weren't. Detroit was finesse. They weren't physical.
The
the
Avalanche.
LA Kings.
See, the LA Kings were physical, but
The Avalanche.
Avalanche was running gun.
The Devils of the
There
2000s.
you go. The Devils were boring as hell and played that beat you up,
Holy
right?
Water. That's the name. That's their team. Holy
So
Water.
you think Florida's a boring teammates, or do you think they're entertaining?
I think they're very boring, but they win. That's all that matters.
I call them
Yeah,
Holy Water.
They built that team like that. Granted, doesn't the Panthers remind you of your old Islanders of the early '80s? We wait till Grinder gets back. But yeah,
were you surprised? Were you surprised it took the Knicks this long to fire Thibodeau, Miss?
I was surprised by that. Yeah. All right. Oklahoma City up by 4. Chet Holmgren's trying to show off tonight. Scores again, 26-20 Oklahoma City. What I was gonna say? Uh,
But
I just,
the only
I just
difference, Mace, I
yeah.
would disagree with you a little bit with Florida. The only difference between them and the Devils is Florida has people that can score consistently. The Devils really didn't have that.
Oh, yes, they did. This bad. Guys like Bill Guerin. Who's my boy? Sakura, McGillney. They had scores.
In the 2000, I thought McGillney was gone by then.
No, he was there for the 2000 Devils. He won a cup there.
What was a young Kovalchuk on that team?
No, Kovalchuk wasn't on he came in the Devils in what 2012
Yeah.
when they
Where
went
did he start his career?
Atlanta.
Oh, with the Thrashers.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but like people say Florida's hockey style is boring, but they're not. They're a hybrid team. They can, depending on who they face, is how they plan their game. Most of the teams that they face are facing our finesse and
Well,
stuff
one
like
thing
that.
that Florida that you love about them is they can play you any way you want to play. But more importantly,
They force you to play their game.
it's something that exactly. It's something I said earlier tonight when I came on the air, Tony. Edmonton tried to bully them, and the referees let them get away with it. But once, who was it? Bennett, who smashed. It was my guy. What's his name? Regahi. What's his name?
Oh, Skinner. It was
No,
Skinner.
Regahi. No, Regahi. The guy from the Panthers. What's his name again? Regahi.
Oh, Verhage. Verhage.
Okay. When he knocked the shit out of Leon Draisaitl, that changed everything around.
And Edmonton learned you're not capable to do that with Florida.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, the only like I said, the only teams that can match physicality with Florida was the team that they Edmonton eliminated, Colorado and
Vegas.
Winnipeg.
Vegas. The Vegas plays physical. I think Vegas put on their coach. That's what I think.
Oh, did you see that Dallas fired DeBoer?
Yes.
Were you shocked that, or because what he said about Ottinger?
No, it didn't surprise me because he shouldn't have threw Ottinger under the bus. It's like I think it's personal. He didn't like Ottinger. That's what I think it is.
Yeah, when I look at Ottinger, you know who he kind of reminds me of a little bit,
Who?
Mace? Belfour.
on, man. He got to do some stuff before he can get in Eddie Belfour's category.
No, and I'm not talking about the talent. I'm talking about the way he plays goalie.
Maybe.
Or do you have a better comparison for him? Maybe Jonathan Quick.
I gotta look at him a little bit more closer, Tony, because
I would say maybe Jonathan Quick.
maybe you could say Belfour. He's a good goalie, just but he can't beat Edmonton. Edmonton does that to a lot of goals.
Yeah, and like you said, you've been telling me this multiple times that Florida chooses you, you don't choose them when it comes
Exactly.
to who they sign.
Exactly. They got the
In
Are
free
same.
they?
agency.
Is that a good way to be when it comes to free agents, or does that hurt you in the long run, Mace?
That hurts you. That's why the Spurs are what they are now. It hurts you. Man, you get that snooty attitude because you won a couple of things and it works for you if you're winning. Like right now, Florida's in their prime. They're gonna win more. I told you that last year.
Yeah,
They win this year, bro. Next year, wow. Next year
it
they're going for like I told you about Tampa a couple of years ago, and Tampa didn't do it. You guys got a great chance to do it. To go four in a row.
yeah. The only like people said, the difference between Florida and Tampa, Tampa wasn't a very like they're not consistently physical. They're more of a finesse team. Do you
Yeah,
agree?
Tampa's very finesse.
Florida is a that finesse style gets you so far in the playoffs. You can't really. I'm surprised Edmonton got this far
Yeah,
with that.
'cause Oilers learned their lesson from a year ago. And the difference between you guys and the Oilers is that the Oilers got a lot of swag because of their history. You guys, you're looking at the Oilers like, all right, you guys think you're going to beat the shit out of us? You're going to take our belts easy? You're out of your damn minds. We'll see. And now you got it. The first
Yeah,
two games,
and Edmonton. If if do you think there's going to be a cleaning house if Edmonton loses against Florida
no.
in 7 games?
But I don't see McDavid signing an extension if they lose.
Wow.
Because he wants to win so bad, and you lose again. Bro, just
Well, throwing the towel.
I
look around.
honestly, I would. I have a team that nobody talks about with when it comes uh Connor if he goes into he doesn't re-sign Tampa.
Yeah, Tampa's gonna be on this list, but I'll give you a sleeper. This is what you call a smile, Mr. Miami's face. Montreal's got a lot of money next summer coming off the books. They're gonna be, bro. If I'm Connor, I will look at Montreal very closely. I will look at that situation
And I
very.
can't
So
wait to get
out of all the Canadian teams, Montreal has the best chance of competing in terms of being able to bring big time free agents in
Yeah, of the
with
Canadian.
the
Yeah,
Sun Belt teams
yeah, they're the
that
only.
have no taxes.
in
Yeah,
capital.
my team can't compete with yours when it comes to that, but Mr. Miami's can. Yes.
Honestly, I've been saying this from the beginning. I think he follows follows his idol to to uh
It depends on
to
what the.
LA.
It does. It depends. If LA be stupid and sign Mitch Marner, I don't think so, Tony. But if they don't sign Mitch Marner, they're gonna have like 40 million available next summer. Hell yeah, LA is gonna make a
40
big.
million. Dang.
A team like Tampa would be perfect for Mitch Marner. To be honest,
They're interested in Mitch Marner.
Tampa.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, they're gonna be in the Mitch Marner's free folks. 23 days away from free agency.
Yeah,
Two.
I've been actually seeing reports, Mace. Actually, you've told me this, and uh I didn't want to believe it. Actually, it seems like Florida's leaning towards re-signing Bennett than Ekblad,
Yeah,
which makes more
because
sense.
it makes more
And it
sense.
makes more sense.
Ekblad can be replaced. He's a defenseman. You can go get somebody this summer half the price. You can go get Fro. You can go get. You can go get the
And the Seth Jones thing, people forget. I think the Seth Jones trade was they knew they're not going to be able to re-sign Ekblad.
yeah, which was a smart move because Seth Jones is playing great for you. But yeah, Montreal, Toronto can compete, but I think players would rather go to the Sun Belt than Toronto. Montreal, you see something there. You see a building
Of the future dynasty.
yeah. You see something in Montreal.
So it's safe to
Honestly,
say. No, go ahead.
Yo,
oh,
Grinder,
for me,
let me ask
when
you a
I look
question.
at
Let me ask Grinder this because he didn't went away. Do the Florida Panthers remind you of your Islander teams of the early '80s?
Yes.
There you go.
And all day floor is more athletic.
Yeah, there you go. Tony, there you
Am
go.
I right?
You are absolutely correct.
a lot of people, when they look at Kachuk, they were talking about the those teams of the '80s. They said he's like a not bossy. Who was the guy on that wing with on the other side that play was that guy that beat up
Trottier,
people? Huh?
Dennis Trottier. Trottier.
Trotty, yeah, Brian Trottier.
Trottier. Yeah, you got no Mike Bossy on your team, bro. I can tell you that right
Florida,
But see, if you look at the Florida Panthers, mate, I mean, like, if you look at how it formed, I'm not saying they built it as the Islanders did, but there are certain point. But that you look at that team, they fundamentally sound they just athletic, though. God, you know, the Islanders was fundamentally sound.
Yes.
they
They
play
fundamentally
within their
sound.
system.
Yes.
They fundamentally sound. But Florida, they just athletic, man. God.
Yeah, Florida.
People honestly, they underrate how fast Barkov actually is. He's just a taller guy, and he covers more. Like he's fast, but because of his gliding style, it looks like he's slow. Do you agree, Mace? When you watch him on the ice,
Yes. I agree with that. Because, like, somebody like Barkov, for example, and me and Tony used to talk about this last couple of years. Now I can't say shit. He never showed me anything. You know, because like Tony has said, he's quicker than your eyes can imagine.
yeah, he's like uh this is the comparison people have for him. Like he's a Brad. He's a combination of the guy that Moss always talks about from Boston. Not Marchand, the other
Bergeron,
guy,
Bergeron.
Bergeron, and a Matt Sundin.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Was Matt Sundin like that too? That people underestimated how fast he actually was.
No, it's not Sundin was great, bro.
No, in terms of like his speed, because how big he is.
Nah, Sundin could fly, man. He was on those great early stages of the Colorado Avalanche Quebec Nordiques. He can skate, bro.
He was more like Connor than Barkov, though.
I wouldn't say Connor. He was more like
McKinnon.
Matthews.
Oh, Austin Matthews.
Yeah, more like Matthews.
A lot of people. I was watching another person breaking down his tape of Barkov. They said, this. He also kind of has that Miku Koivu type style.
Yeah, you could say that. Oklahoma City up by 8. Yeah, you could say that.
Who did you like Miku or Saku better, Mace?
Sako.
Miku was too injury prone.
And Nico was kind of boring because he played in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Minnesota Wild is just boring, bro.
They were a boring team in general.
They've always been.
He is born.
Yeah, Do you, Mace, when it comes to these forwards, big body forwards, like the guys who are like 6'3", like 6'3" and like 220, do you think that their speed gets underrated because how big they are?
Yeah,
Guys
plus the
like
league is, but the league is going a little smaller now with quicker players who can puck handle well, like the
Like the
Nick
fight.
Suzuki's of the world, the Cole Caulfields of the world. They're going that route.
they hate that physical style because
No, because the bigger guy gets hurt too much.
no, and you and Mace, this is where people actually talked about this. Um, a former GM who I can't remember what NHL channel was interviewing like a former GM, and he said the Finnish style of hockey is they build two-way guys. They're not focusing. They want an overall player. They don't want what is it called, that one-dimensional, like Finland and Sweden. They prefer their guys to be two-way guys. They're not going to be like one-dimensional and stuff like that. Like, is that in general how European hockey is? American and Canadian hockey is more focused on that type of, like, what is it? Canadian, Russian, and American hockey is more of that one
No,
dimensional where
no,
they care
because
more about scoring.
American hockey is more physical, and the one thing the Americans have done well is they're they're always developing good defensemen and wingers and goalies, which is very important. While the
They don't.
Canadians,
They struggle with the center position for some reason. I don't know what it is.
all right, Oklahoma City has exploded. They're up 15, and Chet Holmgren has showed up tonight playing the big man role, and he shouldn't have been doing that though.
Why do you think the
Oklahoma City,
Americans? In your
Oklahoma,
honest,
Oklahoma City about to run Indiana out of the building. And now, what about the Americans?
why do you why do you think the Americans struggle developing centers? They're good with the wingers, defensemen, and goalies, but they don't develop consistently in terms of the center position.
I think because the Americans believe in defense and goaltending and snipers, and that's what they develop.
And that's what Connor is, a sniper at the center position. I mean, uh, Matthews, my mistake. Austin
Yeah,
Matthews.
exactly. He's a sniper in the center position. Yes, I
Honestly, I've
I
been
think
saying this
that was it.
with him. I think he's a winger playing the center position.
Yeah,
He,
Eichel's the same way.
Jack Eichel. A lot of the actually the younger guys that are coming up, Mace, for the Americans are becoming more two-way guys now. Like a lot of the, like after Eichel and stuff, like after Eichel and Matthews, Casey Middlestat, the guy from Buffalo, he's a two-way center,
You know,
basically.
Middlesex with Boston now. He was in Colorado. They traded him to Boston.
Oh, actually, that. But what I'm saying, when you look at how they're developing, the Americans are realizing they when it comes to developing the center position, they're starting to copy
I
what
don't
Finland
think.
does.
I'll say this right now. I don't see the Americans beating Canada to the guys who Canada got now leave because the next group of Americans have dominated Canada in the World Juniors. And believe it or not, that do carry on. I think America is very close. If they win the Olympics next year, I don't give a damn what Moss says. I don't give a damn what Canadians say. I'm not talking about Montreal Canadians, Mr. Lang. I'm talking about Canadian.
You're talking about the overall
Yeah,
Canadian hockey.
yeah.
Damn.
If America wins this gold medal, you're going to see the beginning of a new era in hockey. Period. America's going to begin to dominate. Thank you, Sean. I love you, man. Wait, come on, pull up, Sean, pull up. You're going to look at Manzano a new dawning in America because America's already in love with the sport. Now the ratings are down because the Panthers are in there, and the Oilers are in there. Mr.
I'm
Miami got
surprised with it. I thought Oilers would be in ratings because they're the dynasty.
uh, I haven't seen Edmonton win a cup in 35 years, Tony.
No, but the history of the team, I'm saying.
Yeah, the history, but how much can you live off history? If that's the case, then guys like
Montreal.
me, exactly, guys like me will pump up the Canadians every chance I get. Pull up, Sean. Come on up, bro. Oklahoma City running Indiana out tonight. I had a feeling me and Grinder was talking about that earlier. I had a feeling that they would. So
Yeah, Mace,
Oklahoma,
and what was it?
you was talking
Bill
about,
Zito. Yeah,
yeah,
Bill Zito actually talked about this after the Eastern Conference Final. He said if it like the way he drafts and signs players, like or scouts players in general, he basically he followed the blueprint. You even outright he said he followed the Islanders' blueprint.
yeah. That's because that's the Florida Panthers tradition. That's what they was built on. Bill Torrey, Dennis Potvin is the play-by-play guy. Back in the early days, that's the Florida Panthers. They want to be the Islanders. Well, the dream has come true for them, especially if they win it this year. They win it this year, man, bro. Next year we're going to be talking up here about immortality. Remember 2 years ago I was talking about that. 3 years
Yeah,
ago I was talking about that with Tampa. If they go 4 years in a row, win three in a row. That hasn't been done since the Islanders.
that's gonna be like that's gonna be like crazy that would be would the Panthers be the last team to do that in the modern era, like from the late '90s to the early 2000s, like outside of of where they well the the Lightning did it, but like did
They
the
lost. They lost to Colorado.
Mhm.
They had their chance. If you guys win it this year, bro, you know, well, I will tell my team if I'm Bill Zito, if they win it again this year, don't do nothing this summer hockey related. Leave the hockey alone. I'll see you all in September.
And the Capitals are coming for you.
if he wins the Stanley Cup, does he automatically get the GM of the year, Mace?
No, they gave it to who? They give the GM of the year to already? I
Was it the
forgot.
guy from Winnipeg?
No, I think guy from Dallas guy.
Oh, Jim Nill.
Yeah, I think Zito's done a hell of a job. Again, I think Florida Panthers is the epitome of what all franchises should be. The only problem in Florida is the fans down there is unbelievable. I heard this happen 2 weeks ago. Oh boy, Darius Rucker sang the national anthem and they booed him out of the building. A lot of the Panther fans say he's a Dolphin guy and they booed him out of the building. I've never seen a more divided group of fans in South Florida.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think Panthers fans
Damn.
can't stand Dolphin fans.
Yeah, they can't. They booed Rucker out of the building, they said, bro, because he was a Dolphin fan.
Uh, and I think in general, hockey fans can be very snooty. Do you
You
agree,
know what
Mace?
it is? I'm gonna tell you what it is. And I was listening to this back then. Everything is Dolphins, Dolphins, Dolphins. But if you are a Florida Panther fan and you win it again this year, why the hell are you talking about a team that hasn't won in 53 years?
So you think the hatred, like it's justified how Panthers fans are acting because they're still overlooked even in the city after they
Yeah,
won a Stanley Cup.
yeah, it's embarrassing, bro. I mean, Montreal went there, and Mr. Miami was grinning from ear to ear. You should have went to Jupiter for that game, real fast. There was nothing but Canadian fans at the game.
Yeah.
singing ole ole ole.
My car is not gonna make it to Jupiter. My car is old. My car is see. I got a 1944 Model T.
Enough. 1944. Enough.
So Mace, when it comes to do you think Florida specific like teams eventually when it
In
comes to
South
their
Florida.
minor league teams, they're eventually going to have try to have everything around them like their minor league teams around them so they don't.
Yeah. Me and Moss was talking about this. They're gonna. I think it's this weekend coming up. They're gonna have the Super Roller Ball Hockey Tournament right behind the stadium. When
Well,
you have the roller skaters, the roller ballers who play
The
hockey,
roller skates.
yeah, that's big 305, believe it, especially in California.
street hockey.
Yeah. When you have the street hockey guys at your venue, you made it.
How big
You
was
made it.
street hockey in the 80s, Mace?
No, it was big in the 90s. Huge.
Roller derby.
Huge. But you know what overshadowed it? The fucking X Games.
Oh, the Extreme Sports Expos 8th
Yeah,
Expo.
the X Games, because they came out at the same time, and I used to watch the roller hockey, and I loved it. But once they put that bullshit X Games,
It basically took all
Roller
the
derby.
viewership.
yeah, it hurt them bad. Yeah, but now the NHL's behind them. They're gonna be in Sunrise this week, and that's big for you, man. When those guys are there, you made it. They was talking about. I was reading an article today on IG on Instagram about the Panthers, how they've been to more Stanley Cups than the fucking Avalanche. See, the Avalanche never lost in the Stanley Cup Finals. That's their shit. They're 3-0 in Stanley Cup Finals. I can't stand the Avalanche.
I can't stand lightning.
I can't stand the Avalanche. I can't stand the Lightning either.
I can't stand the lightning. I can't stand the
Fucking
Capitals.
Halliburton. Fucking Halliburton. Bastard cow.
And also I can't stand them Avalanche neither.
Yeah, I
Did
don't
what, man?
like. I used to hate the Islanders, believe it or not, in the 80s, man. But what happened to me was I grew as a sports fan, and I really admire that team. But I'm glad I got to see them play.
The
I'm
team
glad.
I can't stand and their fans, I can't stand Rangers fans. Rangers.
Yeah, kind of can tell you, man. No one pays that team attention. One championship in 85 years, they're a fucking joke.
And also and another I also can't stand I can't stand the what's that team in Detroit
Red
the
Wings.
Rays,
Red Wings.
the
Red Wings.
Red Wings. I can't stand them neither.
You see the pattern with 305. Every Montreal game that he watched and they lost, it was to these teams.
And another team I cannot stand is that team in
And,
Canada,
and,
the
and,
Jets
oh, what? Yeah,
or Winnipeg Jets.
yeah.
Ah! 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 Ah!
They
Manzano,
ain't win. They ain't
Mr.
win
How about
nothing.
the Nordiques?
They don't exist. Mr. Miami don't know about Quebec City. He just knows the mystique of the Montreal Canadiens. That's all he cares about in love, right, Mr. Miami?
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah.
Miami, I have a question. What was your dad a Montreal fan? How did you become a fan of the team?
You want me to
See,
tell him the story, or you want to do it?
my father, he straight football.
All right, let me tell Manzano the story. So what happened was I was showing off my jerseys one night, and Alina was begging him to join the Leafs. And I said to Mr. Miami, you don't want to join that suicide city. I said, who would be the Calgary? We got up and coming team, bro. I said, look at the jerseys. I showed Mr. Miami the jersey. Mr. Miami was impressed, but he was in love with that Maple Leaf jersey. But then when I showed him, Grinder love. Hey, Grinder, we love you, bro. I'll be back Tuesday. But I showed him the Gila floor, and then I showed him how it is in Montreal for the team. He fell in love with the mystique. That's
Oh,
the
the
only
he
thing.
fell as he fell in love with the history of the team.
Yeah, the mistake. Yeah,
Yeah.
he saw all the banners. He saw how the fans are when the team is good, and he jumped on board. And in Mr. Miami's defense, when he joined the Canadians, they were the worst team in the league right at Thanksgiving. They were the worst team in the league. Once he jumped
Then
on
we start
board, they
winning.
started winning. Yep. Once he came on board, they started winning. And me, Moss, we would look at this and go, "Can you believe this shit?"
Mace, what delusional fan base do you like? Do you like? I like Edmonton fans are hilarious. Their delusion is hilarious, to be honest. Like, like the
Just
delusional fan bases. Which one do you like talking to? Because you just laugh, basically.
laugh at them or enjoy their company. Which one?
Enjoy their company.
Montreal is not even close. And the reason why that is, we got three teams here in New York. And when I used to be in Midtown Manhattan, I was always at Penn Station. That's where Madison Square Garden is right on top of it. So you will see the Canadian fans getting off the Amtrak to go either to play the Rangers, the Devils, or the Islanders, and they were so festive, man. They're happy, they're jolly, and like I said, they were patient to see the results. And by the way, Mr. Miami, get this, you're gonna love this. 16 and 17 for Jason Robertson. I will make that trade, Mr. Miami. I would make that trade.
I'll take it.
Do you not like this draft class, Mace?
This draft sucks ass. Wait till next year, Tony. Wait till the year after, bro.
Gavin McKenna.
Oh, this next year's draft is loaded, bro. And
20,
the year after.
2040 drive.
You Mr.
And I,
Miami.
and I always used to complain that the NHL screwed the Panthers out of trying to get. We would have been in this position a lot sooner, winning a championship if the NHL allowed us to draft. He was eligible to be drafted the year before his draft year. Ovechkin. Ovechkin was eligible to be drafted the year that the Panthers were drafting. I think it was either 32 or like in the top 10, but the NHL didn't allow him to, like, what is it called, to.
Yo, it was a lot. It was the lottery, but for every team. I remember that draft like it happened an hour ago. Oh no, 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 no! You're right. Ovechkin was because you're right, Tony. They wouldn't let him draft him. Yeah, it was the Sidney Crosby draft where every team had a chance.
I, that Sidney Crosby drafts set up that those 2010 Pittsburgh teams.
They did.
They
You
start
got
winning shit.
Yeah, I mean now, I mean you look at the teams now. Florida's set next 5 years. I mean, Tony, you should be happy.
I'm
You,
happy.
you should be talking Stanley Cups every day. Tell the Dolphins to kiss your ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
And by the way, me and you won our argument against Molina.
What?
Remember, she was arguing with us about how me and you look at the Dolphins as they haven't produced. So you said you're gonna go watch your quarterback. You know I'm watching Love, and she's talking about loyalty. Look at it now for her. Maple Leafs, 58 straight years. Come on now. And Mr. Miami wanted to jump on that ship. I said,
How
don't
do you
do
how
that.
do you explain Edmonton's delusion? Are they like the
Man,
Cowboys where they believe their own press clippings, Mace?
Yes, yes, yes. And they got a bunch of woodpecker, trucker guys, 300 pounds, talking about Connor is Jesus and all this crazy.
man.
Is Edmonton like oil country?
Yeah, but you know what it is? And Mr. Miami's going to love this. If I had to compare Edmonton to another city in America, it would be Portland. It's a small little house in the prairie.
They're not like a big. They're not. They're not a big. They're not big. A big city like a Montreal or a Quebec or
Edmonton, even Calgary. Calgary got all the high rises. I didn't realize that shit. No wonder why they got a brand new building coming.
there's a tech hub of Canada, I think. Calgary. They're like Seattle, sort of. Is that
But
an
yes,
apt
man.
comparison, Miss?
No, Calgary? No, Dallas. Dallas. Yeah,
Who's Seattle?
Edmonton is more. You could tell by the music. Edmonton is more like you hear Metallica.
Yeah.
Calgary is all country western, bro. Cowboy boots. Ramos is in the building with the cowboy boots. That's Calgary. Stetson, the horses. Edmonton is
Ranger,
more like the
They're
Predators.
ranch country up there in Calgary, right?
Yes,
Wranglers,
yes, the Wranglers. Yes, that's the hockey team.
Wrangler jeans.
Yep, Stampeders. Everything is about country western Calgary.
Would you say then Seattle's more of that Vancouver, Toronto type?
San Francisco's like Toronto. I'll surprise you with this one. Winnipeg is Chicago.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, that's their Chicago.
Hey,
Winnipeg, middle America. They got a lot of corporations. I mean, middle of Canada. They got all the corporations in Winnipeg. Yeah, yeah. Tony left us, man. So Tony's gone. Just
shoo.
me and 305 can kick it. Oklahoma City up 18. Everybody halftime. 59-41 O.K.C. I told you guys tonight they were blown out. They're going to blow them out. So I knew they would come out for Bear tonight. Holmgren has been unstoppable in the first half. We're almost in the building. Let's get to you, stranger. How you been?
All right, just sitting back chilling.
Everything's
Shooting.
good.
Yep, everything is good. God is good. Staying humble, staying blessed.
There you go. It's good to hear from you, man. It's been a long time, bro.
Before my Wi-Fi went out,
Yeah, I know. Hey, you know what I did with my Wi-Fi?
what
For this,
side?
I just unplugged it, plugged it back in. It's been working like a baby since I've done that. I had Wi-Fi problems too. All I did was unplug my Wi-Fi box, plugged it back in. It's been working great. Well, let me ask you this, since I got you real quick. Are you excited about Milrow that he's going to get a shot to beat out Sam Donald?
Um, I'm happy.
And we'll do Seattle. If he wins the job, we'll definitely do Seattle opening day against San Francisco for sure. That's a 4:05 start, so that'll be our late game. What do you think about? I know you hate both quarterbacks. It will be the most watched game in the history of pro sports. October 26th. Love versus Rogers in Pittsburgh. What do you think about that one? Sunday night football.
It's like I'm gonna take Pittsburgh in this game because
You know I'm going to do that game up here. That'll be the only game I do that day, folks. So October 26th, all the games are lousy. I'm not doing Dallas and Broncos. I'm doing Packers and Steelers that night. So I'll give you a pregame show like I always do, and then I'll come on the air at 7:15, and we'll wrap up the day, and then we'll get ready for Love versus Rogers. I hope all is well with you guys. Same to you, Vamos. Nice to hear your voice again, Mace and Mr. Miami. Yeah, it's good to see you, man. You know, good to see you, Vamos. If you want to come up, you can. The link is there, but I don't care. I'm just in a good mood. The basketball game is a wrap. 59-41 O.K.C. Chet Holmgren has decided to show up tonight. We'll be ready for Tuesday night in Indy. Meanwhile, Mr. Miami, I would make that trade if I'm the Canadians, bro. I would trade 16 and 17 for Robinson. I would do that. And you'll get a 24-year-old superstar winger for 2 draft picks. That's meaningless to you. This draft sucks, real five. I swear to God, it does.
I'll take it.
Boy, you put Robinson on that team. Shit, boy. If you get Robinson I will pick Montreal to go all the way next year. Yeah, I really would. I will pick the Canadians to win it all, bro. I would do that. They are Robinson to your team would be fucking ridiculous, man.
We're gonna be dangerous.
It would be fucking absolutely fucking unreal, man. It would be unfucking. They get him. Shit, I'll give up 16 and 17 like it's nothing. It's like, take it, bro. Shit. Got money coming off the books. Now you're gonna start watching the Canadians from the beginning now, from training camp. I'll let you know what they do on draft weekend. I'll text you because you're gonna be on the road to parts unknown to Delta. But
And playing
oh,
hillbilly jam music.
my daddy's whole family, bro. The whole fucking side of my father's family's from the Mississippi Delta, bro. No joke. I
and
just don't like.
playing
I just don't
and
like.
play and play hillbilly jam music. I'm a country
My
boy,
father, my
country boy.
father, my father did not like that country western music. My father grew up in Chicago. He did not like that country western.
Dang.
So that Alabama, Mississippi bullshit. That's my dad's side of the family. Oh man, that's funny, man. Shit, my ex fiance was from Mississippi also. Shit. Anyway,
You
okay,
should
her
go
man.
to the country. You have fun in the country.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
See, you might wear some suspenders
I used to wear suspenders, believe it or not. Like not suspenders, overalls.
or overalls, Vince Wilfork.
Yeah,
It
I
was
used
an
to wear
episode.
like rerun. Remember, I was a fat bastard back in those days. Like rerun.
It was an episode of the Hard Knocks when he came out with that when he had on a long job.
Yep. Speaking of
That
which,
episode was funny that day.
let me say this. Let me give a congratulations to the Mossing family, which is CK sister uh, beat cancer. So congratulations to that family. Congratulations to CK, his sister. Congratulations to Moss, bro. His sister beat cancer. He told me last
Congratulations to Brother Miles.
night that he was at his mom's house last night, and they all celebrated his younger sister beating um, cancer. So congratulations to Moss and his family. Moss is good people. Golden Grams and Sugar Crisp, Mr. Miami. He wants to sing this super sugar crisp stuff. You know,
It's from the 50s.
really the 70s. Cause my brother loved that damn cereal.
What, the 60s? One of them two.
It was the 70s. Trust
Golden bars of sugar crisp.
me. That's it. That's it. My brother loved that cereal.
I think a black dude son that I think a black dude son that golden bars of sugar crisp. That commercial used to be funny back then.
Yeah, I know.
That's what
Congrats, Moss
commercials
and the
were
family.
back in the 70s.
Congratulations to Moss again and his family, bro. Yeah, he told me that yesterday. You know, I am. I'm gonna be honest with you. But since Ramos is in the chat, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know about the Hurricanes. Ramos will know more. You know how I feel about the Dolphins. Um, but you know me, I'm not going to elaborate with you up here. But is it me or I think we're going to have a lot of surprises in the NFL this year. Speaking of surprises, I believe Stephon Diggs was cut today. Let me check that because of that boat incident down
What?
in Miami with what's that woman's name? Something Cardi B. Yeah, I'm gonna check it
Cardi
right now.
B?
Yeah, I think the Patriots cut him. Let me make sure.
Ah, Patriots in trouble this year.
Oh yeah, they did because they're talking about the Redskins maybe trading a receiver to the Patriots. Let me make sure. Let's see. Should I do it with the, no, no, let me do it the other way. With the athletic. They'll know more. There you go. And I saw that this morning on Instagram. I was like, what? Now watch the Cowboys go sign Stephon J. Diggs. Let me find it right here. NFL. Make sure that this is true. All right, Nick Chubb is going to the Texans.
Houston Texans.
Anthony Richardson looks like shit. Yeah, where's Bargoff when he said Anthony Richardson re re vitalized the game? That bullshit. Checking all over the place about this. Pac-Man Jones arrested again.
How he get a gig?
Which guy?
Pac-Man Jones.
He didn't get a gig. He got in trouble again. He's on this guy's show, McAtee, Pat McAtee show.
This dude always get a gig.
All right, Sam Donald being pushed by Mr. Miami's boy. I tell you, I saw Milrow throw that football. I was like, where the hell was this shit at Alabama? I didn't see him throw like that in Alabama.
In the country. In the country.
Yeah, you like that country boy.
I want to be in the country than in the city.
Milrow. That's Mr. Miami's boy. Mr. Miami's part of the 12s now. Seahawk!
See,
Seahawk!
dog.
Yes, Mr. Miami. Oh man, Ramos says the Kings baseball team. Yeah, the Kings baseball team's ahead of schedule. I hope Big O talks about that tomorrow morning. Speaking of Big O, you know who Big upped on Thursday, Mr. Miami? It would have made you cry.
Who's
Yeah,
that?
Steve the Berg. Oh my God, he couldn't stop praising Steve the Berg for
The bird.
1993. Yeah.
Steve
Oh
Bird.
my God, this Big O just bigging him up.
Steve Bird better than he better
Oh,
than
forget
what's
that.
your name? He
I,
better than Taylor.
I'll speak on it right now. Since me and you're talking, Ramos is in the chat. He can join us if he wants. I finally made contact with old boy up in the U.S. border, the Jersey guy. I,
Yeah.
I've saved you a blank 1994 white authentic Dolphin jersey for you. And whenever you want me to do it, I'll do it for you. I will get you made up a Steve Burke. You happy now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I reached him. I'm getting a Jerome McGinley hockey jersey from him. I see you, Vamos. I'm gonna read in a second. So, old boy who's undercover because they're coming after him bad, bro. He told me this story on Friday. They're coming after his ass bad, bro. But he did me a solid. Murrow will be special. All he needs to do is develop and learn the system in Seattle. Yeah, they love him, boy. Boy, Murrow, and trust me, folks, it was this in the athletic. Sam Donald feels the heat. I was there, ironically, 13 years ago. I was there in Cheney at training camp. I saw everything. Russell Wilson. It was really who was the quarterback, Mr. Miami? He used to be with Minnesota back in the early 2000s, and he died on the Florida Expressway.
Uh,
Tyrese
dang.
Jackson. Tyrese Jackson. There you go.
Jackson.
Yeah, I saw something in front of my eyes. It was the first time I saw the Legion of Boom in front of me. And Richard Sherman, he's your typical intellectual brother. And he was killing Matt Flynn, calling him doodle, crap, white boy shit that got paid. Remember back then, $10 million was a lot of money 15 years ago as a free agent, folks. Believe it or not. So, Tavares Jackson, with my own eyes, was the best quarterback in that camp. Now, the reason why Pete got rid of him was because the players loved the brother. Remember, he came off of a goddamn torn knee and was playing on one leg, and he won the team over. And when you have a young group of players like Seattle has again now, a quarterback like Moss is in the building, and Moss didn't. We're all saying it to you, Moss. I said it earlier, Moss. But congratulations to your family and to your sister, bro, beating cancer, bro. Congratulations. So from all of us, me, Ramos 305, we congratulate your family and your sister. Yeah, so I'm there. I mean, you look at Seattle now, it's deja vu. It's deja vu. The question is, can Milrow beat out Sam Donald? He's going to get every opportunity to do it. I'll tell you one thing. If he does
Straight
do it,
in Miami.
I'll get you that throwback jersey because they're selling it like wildfire in Seattle now. I'll hit my girl up at the pro shop and get you one made. How's that? No.
Or
Authentic.
trading or
The old
trading to
school.
Miami.
Yeah, the Cortez Kennedy one. All right, let's read Moss. SGA, Canada, Thunder versus Matt Fruin, Montreal, Nimbard, Toronto, Siakam, honorary Canadian.
Siakam.
And Siakam's a good player. Siakam totally dominated OG Anunoby. That's from practice all those years in Toronto that they knew each other's moves. Looks like Trump ice machine has caused LA riots. Latinos want Cali back. USA don't deserve. Join Canada. Call I let it go. Vamos. Leave that alone, bro. I'm not doing race tonight. Not tonight, Moss. I told you, bro. Biden is the reason why this is all going on. So, but back to what we were saying. Yeah. So I tell you this, I'm betting on the Dolphins to win opening day. I'm taking a point and a half. Hell yeah, I'm taking the Dolphins opening day plus a point and a half. So it's the Miami. Things are looking good for you, bro.
Seahawks.
There you go. See you, home.
83 Seahawks.
I think you would love them up there, and they would love you seriously because you're a blue collar guy. That's who their fan base is. Nobody, yeah, nobody likes Biden here. Nobody. The sooner Joe Biden disappears, the happier we'll all be. And take Kamala Harris with you. Oh, I was gonna say before,
Or something like that.
yeah, something like that. Yeah. Oh, what was the same thing? Yeah, I think Seattle fans will love you.
And take Alabama fans with you too.
No, 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 no. Sickles. Fucking 93,000 for uh, fucking scrimmage. Fucking sickles in Alabama. There. Remember 3 years ago, I was up here and I said that there was a report Nick Saban was in trouble. Remember that?
Yeah,
What happened 2 years later?
got fired. Do your job, crew.
Remember what I said? Remember when he said the famous words in the helicopter? I'm not going to be the Alabama coach.
Yeah. 2 weeks later, he
On
came to
that
coach
helicopter. God damn.
in South Florida.
Mm-hmm. And Davy at the bubble.
Yup, at the airport.
Yeah. Uh, Oklahoma up 17. So we talked about the hockey. We did a lot of hockey tonight, and I think it was great. And Manzano's still upset that everybody's rooting for the Oilers, and I have to agree with that. It's been unfair commentary. One thing though for Florida, they better thank God Brad Marchand's there. Mr. Miami, of course, gloating, and there are rumors that 16 and 17 will go to Dallas for Jason Robertson. The Canadians lined that bonanza, boy. Oh, it's going to be hell on earth in the Eastern Conference next year with that team. Montreal is just, they just, folks. I got a little twinkle in my eye. By the way, the camera will definitely come back in July, so look for me to be on camera again. 95 pounds can do that for you. The 95-pound loss weight can do that for you. But anyway, so I'll tell you something else. In the Western Conference, Anaheim is. I'll bet it right now. Anaheim will make the playoffs. I put 200 down on the Rangers to win the Stanley Cup because the odds are 5,500 to one. You better believe I jumped on that. And when the over unders come, I will definitely take the Bruins and the over, no doubt. And I'll take the Canadians and the over. You wasn't up here. Was you up here tonight when I asked Moss? 96 points for the Canadians next year? I'll definitely take that.
I think my Wi-Fi without.
And Montreal, folks, a lot of people don't want to, they're in denial. They're back, folks. And they got a little score to settle with the Capitals. Don't you, Mr. Mike?
I can't wait to get the Capitals back because they still on my list.
Yeah, NHL released their schedule very early in the summer because they want to get the buildings from the NBA. So
And
when the
I ain't forgot what Manzano said. I can't wait to get a date with them. That's gonna be the second team we gotta get because Manzano should have get quiet. And I ain't forgot because the tape still up.
you did sweep them,
Yeah,
you did sweep them. Montreal, folks. I think
Montreal, Montreal for life.
you'll see me a lot in this upcoming season in Montreal and in LA, folks. You know I'm gonna be with
NWO,
LA. You know I love the Kings, folks.
the
So
NWO without Hulk Hogan.
Montreal's the place to be, everybody. You better believe it. I'll be up there next spring. I swear to God, I'll be up there next spring. Mr. Miami's gonna like it. I'll be wearing a nice, expensive suit because in Montreal, you gotta dress up. When you dress up, they respect you very hard. I won't party up there. Too many women up there. Oklahoma City up by 18. Too many women
Suzuki,
up there in Montreal that are gorgeous. I can say that. Tell you.
we got Suzuki,
That's right. Got Nick Suzuki.
and
Yes, sir.
we got Garfield.
Yeah, Cole Caulfield. You got who Slavkowski.
Yup, Bukowski.
And don't forget, you got Demidov.
Yup, and we get some free agents.
You make that trade, you don't need a free agent. You
Yeah,
make that trade.
we got your free agent,
God, Dallas. I'll tell you right now, if Montreal pulls that shit off, oh man, I will be at Bell Center every fucking Saturday night, folks. Wow.
Tampa
So
Bay. We got Tampa Bay. We're gonna get you back too, cause we forgot about you niggas. Another sweep next year.
I think Tampa Bay is finally getting a little long in the tooth. Yes, Moss, we're here. You dudes are here. Yes, we are here.
Tampa Bay still got three. They still got three Stanley Cups.
The future.
That's all. That's all you see in was in Miami. That's all you see
Yeah.
in Miami. They every time you go to Walmart, you see them Stanley them Tampa Bay Lightning clothes.
I think that's changed now. OKC looking good. Yeah, I predicted OKC would blow them out tonight, Moss. I sure did. Did a barbecue wagyu burgers. Oh my God, good beef. Yeah, Moss is having a barbecue out there. And again, congratulations to your sister and your family, man. Anytime you beat cancer, to me, that's a great win. Is it
Facts.
Japanese? Yeah, it is Japanese. It's Japanese. Moss is having that right now in his mom's house. Oklahoma City going for the kill right now. Moss's boy, Mr. MVP, is doing it tonight. Chad Holmgren is in tonight. That game is just about over. Yeah, 3:05 with me, and get ready for tomorrow night. Game 3. You can watch that on Moss's channel tomorrow night. I'll be back up here for Game 3 in Indianapolis on Tuesday night. I'm have a pregame show up here. Is you
2025.
in New York protesting Trump, or because Middle American in NBA Finals in the O.K.C. and he's making fun of it. Here we're they're protesting a little bit here, more, but not like in LA. Beating cancer is a big accomplishment. Hell yeah, it is. At home, did gardening and stuff, then barbecue.
NYPD. Law and Order.
Speaking of that, uh, my Stampeders won last night. I was very proud to watch that game last night. Our quarterback sucks, but our running back is pretty damn good. So, Mr. Miami, you going to be a CFL fan and go to the outlets? Outlets are good, bro. That's Montreal, by the way. I'm Calgary, of course. I'm the Stampeders. Moss is from Saskatchewan, so Moss is a big Saskatoon, uh, Saskatchewan Rough Rider fan. Melina loves her Argonauts. I don't know who Vamos likes. I don't think Vamos is in the Canadian Football League. I've been in the Canadian Football League since the early 90s, but it's off and on. But since my teams are losing, I might as well stand by 'em. And I could tell you the truth, my team sucks. The Van Peters, they suck, bro.
What's Montreal record in football?
1-0, the Alouettes. I used to because Trustman was there. I love Mark Trustman. I was like peeking in on it. If you don't know who Mark Trustman is, he is the great architect of the Miami Hurricane dynasty. And he was Jim Kelly's and Bernie Kosar, Vinny Testaverde's
Yeah.
offensive coordinators. Mexico, Central America, taken Cali back, BC Lions, Nathan Rourke couldn't. That's mine, captain. CFL fantasy, yeah, great game last night. Two Canadian quarterbacks. Yeah, Moss enjoyed the BC Lions. Snoop Dogg gave a big performance before the game up in BC, BC Place, built the big dome up in British Columbia. My stadium yesterday was an embarrassment. It was mostly empty. Fans giving the team a little, but they won.
Might as well come on, Montreal fan.
There you go, Mr. Miami with the Alouettes, championship contender in the Eastern Conference of the CFL.
See, we hungry.
Yeah, beat arch rival Argonauts yesterday on Friday night, 29-21. I had money on that game. On Montreal, they covered.
I'm staying right here in Montreal.
So Mr. Miami is now an outlet fan. I'm a Stampeder. Moss is, of course, is Saskatchewan Rough Riders.
I ain't left Montreal. I'm staying right here in Montreal.
Yeah, Mr. Miami is not going to Calgary. I'm telling you that right now, folks. Mr. Miami is not coming nowhere near Calgary. He may buy some land there to live and
I
whatever
bought
that,
some land.
but he ain't going to Calgary. Hell no.
I bought some land, and
Moss
I
said,
get the house in Heartland, but I'm not
that's Calgary, baby. I watch Canadian football whenever it's on. Yeah, you know, Moss, I'm going to tell you the truth. Watching that game yesterday brought back memories for me, man. Some good memories.
and when Rena Ball used to be good back then.
Yeah, you're gonna like Mr. Miami. You're gonna like Canadian football, bro. It really made me feel good watching it yesterday. Next free Saturday nights, my team will be on prime time on CBS Sportsnet, so I can just lay back and watch my Stampeders play. I watch Canadian football outlets, gentle outlet. You need
Oh,
to
remember when
learn.
Rena Ball used to be good back then?
West is the best, Mr. Miami. Yeah, me and Moss knows that. The
When
West,
Jacksonville and Orlando had a good football team back then.
yeah, Western Canada, folks. That's where the hockey is. The West is the best. Moss is right about that. Yeah.
Montreal is the legend killer.
Well, Halliburton is off tonight, but like I said, they'll get it back going Tuesday night. Now, Mr. Miami just said, and Indiana cut a 20-point lead to 14 now. So, what was I gonna say? They saying going to be tough, a rough night in LA. Moss, I tried to tell you this, man, and you don't believe me. Mr. Miami will vouch for me. America is a very racist society, Moss, and white the white the white man wants his territory back. He wants Los Angeles back. He wants to rebuild that as an oasis. I must admit, it's not the same watching pro or college sports events on TV since my mom passed away. Yeah, you know how I feel about you, Ramos. I miss your mom too. I didn't know your dad. I miss your mom. That's a very sweet lady. Big Dolphin fan. My age, me and her got along perfectly. Damn, Anthony Cavillo, Montreal Alouettes, all-time QB beating Rough Riders. Always beating the Rough Riders. 305, the Owlets. We play you in 2 weeks. 305.
And we come for that cup.
We're gonna whip our ass in 2 weeks. I can tell you right now. All honesty, my team sucks ass, bro. I mean, kidding, man. My team sucks, bro.
In the 25 that 25th trophy's coming back to Montreal.
There you go. Miami very confident in his Canadians.
And all them teams and all them teams in hockey, you're not
Yeah,
going to catch us. You're not going to catch us. We still got 24.
Mr. Miami laying down the law.
Like Will Smith said, forget it.
Real. Huh.
Forget it. No, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna I just hope that we I'm gonna stay humble. I'm gonna stay blessed. The 25 championship is coming soon. I'm hungry.
There you go. Damn, we play Ottawa Rough Riders again in 2 weeks. God
Like,
damn. Oh no,
like,
no, no. We played Hamilton yesterday.
like the Miami Orange Bowl.
Hmm. Me and Moss, week 6. That is Friday night, July 11th, at Saskatoon for another ass whipping.
Damn.
Yeah, we suck, man. We really do. We're bad, man. Watched that quarterback yesterday. I said, God help us. God help us. The Grey Cup. There we go.
Our
People,
troop is back.
Mr. Miami, happy that our truth is back. All right, Oklahoma
Yep.
up 18 again.
Yep. He's back.
Oilers get the job done. Grey Cup, Grey Coupe, Big Ray, and Francois. Damn. And then the last one, Riders fans take over Calgary McMahon Stadium always.
Damn.
Red Green Stadium. Yeah, our team sucks. That's why.
Chris McMahon Stadium.
No, it's called McMahon Stadium. It sucks. That stadium sucks, man. It looks like San Jose State College Stadium. Man. Pathetic. But hey, it is what it is, man. Hey, you stick with Molina's right about one thing. I stand by my teams when they lose. When they're buffoons, like the Dolphins are buffoons, sorry, 305, they do dumb shit. No, I can't deal with that. And fucking Angels won what? 8 in a row? I said, I don't give a fuck. They suck. They're not beating Houston, Texas, or Seattle.
It's just the fans.
Yeah, yeah. Don't worry, theirs is coming. I promise you, theirs is coming.
It's the Dolphins.
Rider fans, different McMahon. Vince ain't allowed in Calgary. Oh yeah, because of Bret Hart. That's right. You can't go to Calgary.
The Montreal screw job.
Yep.
1998 or 97, 98.
I think it was in '97
Yeah, it was 97.
because '99 Owen died.
That's when Bret Hart retired in 2000.
Could you blame him? He
Yep,
was
on.
horrific, bro. And McMahon was behind it.
Yeah.
So OKC is gonna win this. So uh, we'll pick this series up on Tuesday night.
Thank
Meanwhile,
you, Goldberg.
yeah. Meanwhile, me and Mr. Miami is just talking old WCW memories. Let me ask you a question. You're a diehard, so I can ask you this. Did you think WCW, when they had the Nitro, was the best thing you ever seen for that moment? Like from spring of '97 to spring of '99, those 2 years, was Nitro the best wrestling you ever watched on a Monday night?
I say 97 was good, 98 was good,
98 was
99 I say 99 it was like 99 it was starting to go down. It was going down. It was going down.
oh, hell yeah, but between the spring of '97 to the spring of '99, those 2 years was WCW the best wrestling you ever watched on Monday night. That's right, Moss. I told everybody already. Go to your channel. Go to Moss Sports World for Game 3 Stanley Cup Finals. Oilers at Panthers tomorrow night. Moss Sports World.
shoot, 99, 99. It was in 2000. It was like
That's when they
it was
took
going
over.
down. It was going downhill
That's when they took over.
because
When
Eric Bischoff, Vince Russo.
Vince Russo, a man that WTNA fans couldn't stand.
Yep, he's a W. Everywhere he go, he dies.
You don't know how to write well. Yeah, Moss, I'll pull up a little bit tomorrow night. You'll see me tomorrow night. What I was gonna say, yeah,
Like
yeah,
TNA born.
yeah. But those 2 years of Nitro was it the best wrestling you ever watched on a Monday?
He was good in '96.
Well, was it the best?
A little bit.
Okay, I'm just asking. Because you're a bigger wrestling fan than me. Back then, I love wrestling back then. I made my Monday nights around um, Raw. And then when I saw no, what changed me? I'm gonna tell you the truth. What changed me was I wanted to see craziness. And my boy said, "Bro, you got to go see ECW." And the first time I saw it, I fell in love with it. I was
Um,
like, God damn.
I've been to a couple of WCW matches.
How was it?
He was
Expensive Japanese style
he
beef
was
burger.
good.
Moss, enjoy your beef. I had hamburger today too. Enjoy your burger, family. I know that shit is good up there. 10 minutes to 10 minutes to 8 out in Saskatoon or Moss, Saskatchewan. Nothing but green land out in Saskatchewan. 305 would love Saskatchewan. I'm just joking. Calgary, yeah, you like Calgary.
I get that house up there.
Because you like that country music shit. And they love that too.
No, no. I just like I just like that. I just want that house. It's peaceful up there.
Yes, it is.
It's like
And it,
like I be checking out Moss's shorts.
hey, drive to Mosses. Moss is like 5 hours away.
That's a nice neighborhood.
Yeah, out there is good living, man. They don't have crime out there.
People up there.
It's very good. Me, on the other hand, I like to lay low a lot. More expensive Japanese style beef burgers, kind of worth it. Yeah, Moss, enjoy your meal, buddy.
I'll give you some horses. I'll give you some cows.
Mm. Moss and Mario Shorts Adventures. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll check it out. I always support Mr. Miami when he's having his barbecue. I support you guys, man. I may not speak about it, but I do. You guys help me, man.
With the Dolphin fans in the room, they take the fun out of it.
Yeah, the dolphin community, and don't worry, Des, it's coming. Big O's gonna get them too. Big
Dang.
O can't stand the dolphin community. TNA, Mr. Miami usually means I'm gonna leave that alone, Moss. X that shit out, man. What the hell's wrong with you putting that in my chat?
Lay it on the line.
Yeah, Moss,
Trial.
Moss was in love with that song, boy, for weeks. He said, where's 305 at? And he always be singing "Lay It on the Line." I don't know who sings that song, but you guys look.
The final countdown.
That's the Pistons.
I didn't know this song came out in the 70s.
Yeah, I know. All right, Indiana up. Excuse me. OKC up 19, 3.5 to go in the third. That might be one of the best burgers I had. There you go. Supposed to enjoy yourself, man. It's summertime.
I'm
Flies fast, boy. Before you know it, it'll be training camp, end of July.
ready for training camp. I'm ready for hot weather.
There you go. Mr. Miami wants a buckle bunny. You get a big shiny belt buckle, Mr. Miami. There you go. 10 o'clock.
I'm ready for training camp, and I'm ready for hot weather, and I'm ready to cut grass.
Now me, I'm gonna give me a haircut and lay low. Finish putting up this new studio, and then we'll be ready for straight football.
Straight football. 3 more weeks. 3 more weeks. Basketball season. No mas.
There you go.
And after 3 more weeks, we're gonna talk straight football.
Oh yeah, you know I'm gonna do all football. Aaron Rodgers, as you know, signed on Friday.
Oh Lord.
He's now with the Steelers. NBC scheduled the game for a Sunday night game anyway.
And after 3 more weeks, ain't gonna be no Caitlin.
No, I
What's her
haven't spoke
name?
about that. Hey, bro, I never mentioned that this year. That was, I did not
Caitlin
talk
Reese.
about that. There will be no that woman or anyone. They don't exist to me. They don't exist. Okay? But Love versus Rogers, Packers, Steelers will be the highest rated football game of all time. And I can't wait for that. Hey, I had you guys saying TNA. I'm going to leave that alone, Moss.
TNA. It was good. TNA was good in 2000. It just went downhill after 2000. I say when Hulk Hogan, Eric
209.
Bischoff took over. Went downhill too fast.
Yeah, 2009. And I just walked out of TNA. My nephew was getting ready to go to college. We both walked away from it.
I left in 13. I left when I think wow was that 13 or 14? 14 when Bobby Roode with the WWE.
I don't know. I was
AJ
born.
Styles he gonna quit he quit the TNA.
Triumph got back together, old rockers, because that Rogers commercial made Lay It on the Line song is massive now because of the NHL. There you go. The NHL had the song that Moss loves it so much, Lay It on the Line.
That's when AJ Styles I think when AJ Styles when he left, then Bobby Roode left, and that's when I just checked out.
Yeah, you made the right move. That wrestling is just not going to get you so far. You're better
That's when
off.
Dixie Carter that's when Dixie Carter she turned heel. That's
I
when
was long gone, bro.
that's when she got her nephews was in her stable. It is with downhill. So I'm out.
Mucho Moss, more Moss. Yeah, Moss with the fifth person boxes.
And and Bobby Lashley. That's when he was in there. And MVP. Just see ya.
I'm gonna leave that alone. Uh, let me see. Peas in Pittsburgh. Yeah. On that note, I am done. I got eye appointment early in the morning. You know what, 305, I'll come back for you. But you available tomorrow night since you don't get Raw anymore?
Yeah,
Matter,
I'll be here tomorrow.
matter of fact, forget that. We'll be in Moss's tomorrow. So Moss, me and Mr. Miami, we'll be in your room tomorrow night for Game 3. I'll
Yeah,
meet you in Moss
I'll be over
tomorrow.
there tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'll be over there too. I want to thank Moss. I want to thank Daniel. Who else popped up in here? Vamos, of course. My boy, Iman Perry was in here. C.K. Moss, of course. Tony Manzano. And this man right here. And the number one grinder. The underrated grinder.
The corporation.
The corporation. People in the clouds. Thank you for the cash app. Got 5 cash apps. So people watching the clouds like what I do. And of course, my guy, Mr. Miami. He's everybody's family who comes in here. That's Moss, that's Ramos, Darkness, Daniel, Molina, Steve. Itus, who was great last Saturday night. Him and Steve, that was one of the best
What?
shows I've seen in years. Yeah, I texted that to you. I said, yeah, I just did 5.5 hours. Remember I texted that to you?
Yeah,
Had Itus for 3.5 hours.
that's when Wi-Fi without too.
Yeah, I know. Hope you ain't paying that cable company.
I still gotta pay that bill if you want your cables. If you want to watch your football.
Nah, I'm just fine. And Rock and Morris said, lay it on the. You know how to sing that song by Triumph. I can't sing if my life depends on it. There you go. We'll see. We'll be in Morse's tomorrow. Go over there, Morse Sports World. Go support Stanley Cup Finals over there. I'm just gonna go there and chill with my friends and people who I love so much. That's you guys so much. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, Oklahoma City can't be stopped. 305. Stick around for a minute or two. We'll see you tomorrow night. We'll be at Morse's. I'll see you Tuesday night. Hopefully, Game 3 is more competitive. Good night from the Oasis, everybody. Thank you for being here. Good night, Morse.
All right, brother Miles.
Man, we love you, bro. Good night, everybody. Appreciate you being here.